I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Let's get back to those lies you told.
Lies.
She repeats, then trails off. It's unclear what she intended to say.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
Turn to Lieutenant. Kim, why have we not arrested her? Or why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
What if I told you you're under arrest, Classe?
Clausia.
She repeats with a pained smile on her face, her back pressed against the railing.
It was my first real boyfriend who gave me that name. He never recovered from the shit we went through. Because of me.
Who was he?
He was a writer. He made Orenis lit. And I destroyed him.
She looks you in the eye, her mouth quivering.
I know I'm shit. I know. But I haven't done anything. At least nothing illegal.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Wag your finger. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back further off.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Everard Clare.
Gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
That was the obvious choice. I wanted the bigger player, but sure, whatever. Whatever. Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
And what is that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
The lieutenant narrows his eyes.
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself, the lynching?
Have I ever played the Persona series? I played Persona 5, and I beat that one. That one's on YouTube. I've also played, but not beaten, Persona 3 on the PSP. I gave up on that one many, many years ago because it was too hard. I was in this dungeon, and I reached like a mini-boss or something like that. I couldn't beat the mini-boss, and leveling up in that game is so obnoxious, so, I just, like, I ain't got time for this stuff. When I was a kid and I had so much time for that kind of stuff. Maybe not that much of a kid, but, younger mentality. When Ruby said there would be stuff happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
She looks through the window of her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs.
Well played.
She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now.
This is one of those interesting situations. I don't want to arrest her, but I do want to... I don't think we'll arrest her. I have a really bad feeling that she's gonna jump off the roof, and I'd really like to not see that happen. But this could give us like one little tidbit. Step a little bit closer, which leads me to believe I'm just continuing the charade, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna regret it. It's gonna suck. I already know it's gonna suck, but maybe I can get one little tidbit out of her. That's all good, but I think we should still take you in, just in case.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Hand turns into a fist, slowly crushing the cigarette she's still holding.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational...
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What do you deserve then?
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, drink and dance, wallowing in shit. just like everyone else.
What other option do I have?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
I do have a form.
He looks at his notes.
By God, she's playing him too. Like a fiddle, sire. Who would have known?
What will have changed in 2 months or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
He falls silent.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
The handcuffs jingle in his hands. I also find it hard to believe.
Don't. The world can change. It has changed before.
He looks at you, frozen to her spot.
That's not the answer she was hoping for. Thought that you were some kind of patriot or communard, did she?
I've made my choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
I'll let you off the hook. For now. Don't make me regret it.
I won't, sir.
I have a feeling I'm not gonna like what's there, so...
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
That is a 16. I think I can give myself +2 to shivers at most. So I would be at 4. I would still need a double 6. Alright. Let's go talk to Homeboy Slice. I think we've got all the information we need. I guess I didn't technically... No, yeah, I do skip out a loading screen doing this. Oh, over here. All right. What do we got?
It's you again. What is it?
Okay, I talked to Class A. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
He leans back and regards you with curiosity. Because she is your real leader.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off!
All right, I'm gonna level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Wow. Found the key in the union box. Saw the winch outside. I remember seeing a winch. Staged like a play. Reconstructed murder scene. Class A gave motive. Secret route found. That's plus... That's 5, 8, 15. We need a 3? That's why it's 97%. Just gotta miss the double ones and the 1 and 2.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
And go out for fresh air? For one smoke?
No.
That's a lie.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
He looks sincerely curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints. Recent.
The tracks were recent, but not worn down in the right foot like Ruby's. It's best to omit this pesky little polemic for now. Too confusing.
Recent. Size about 43.
43 is pretty large for a girl, don't you think? But then Ruby's what you call a butch girl. She's no daffodil.
Yeah, but that's what's so cool about her. It's why we've been thinking...
I know what you've been thinking, Glenn. Well, talk about it. Once, the murder charges have been cleared.
Titus, you're not really saying...
He's thinking, all right. Glenn gets silence for an answer. Push forward with this theory.
Guess what? Remember that key? I found here?
I don't like guessing, Cole. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old. Faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
You could have put it back there once she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits. And he knows it.
I don't know what this winch is about. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there?
That's right.
That's wall mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
This part, I didn't investigate where the shots came from, so I'm kinda stuck here, but we'll see what this does. You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Yeah, so we have a ballistics lab in Curon. We consult in cases like this.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. What else have you got? It puts her on the roof.
There were pinball machines in the workshop still operational.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Making an
He
observation.
makes a gruff gesture for you to continue.
If I played the pinball machine, she might have put her name on one of them. Grr. Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
Wouldn't it be a plot twist if it's our gun?
Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
Local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her.
You lost your gun?
The blonde man is taken aback, not even laughing.
What an idiot!
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
Dang it. How long have I been here? What were the other options? No, we just got here. It was a joke.
Sure. Take your sorry ass out of here. Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Alright. Guys, this is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Plus, I said Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that without a gun in Revachol.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
I didn't say I'd prove she had a murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
That dude, man, burst out laughing at his own joke. Man, I fell for that one.
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
All right. I mean, it is why, but Class A told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
Apparently she had a thing for Class A.
A thing? You mean?
He tilts his head and to the side and falls silent.
Behind his squinting eyes, dominoes are falling. Fast. It's all beginning to make sense to him now.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Thanks, Fat Angus.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
What Kim said.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Light laughter sounds off in the room. It feels nervous. Ase said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
Sort of, but he doesn't have to know that.
You just told us Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier.
He looks out the window pensively.
And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
If that's the case, then it's not right. But it's not the case, right?
There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it.
It's not the why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up?
And I suppose you have a theory about that too, cop.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. This is fucking stupid, Titus. This and the queer thing, all of it. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
I don't really like this one. I don't really know what this has anything to do with it, but when Classe came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
Or she knew what happened because she killed him.
Not so useful.
Titus looks to Elaine, then Eugene.
Fucking hell.
Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, cop, you put your head in your ass.
Yeah.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
Alright. So, there are bad options. Alright, Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you won't. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM.
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Sugafu. Sugafu. I put myself in these positions because I like to just checklist every option. You're like, okay, I asked this question. Now I move on to the next one right below it. And this game punishes you for doing that. You need to think about the whole scope of things. And it's just not how I play these decision-based games. Probably because I've been conditioned to play decision-based games the way that I play them. And this game does it differently. It makes those options that you choose sometimes hurt you or benefit you, and or just do nothing, or just you get berated by some Sugafu kid. And man, I have no idea why I should be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Sure. Normal.
He says without smiling. Role-playing intensifies. Yeah.
When I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus. This cop, he... But she was too scared.
Someone from our past. You have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure, there's some shit houses there, a cinder block town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked.
Could she be the other spooker in the church?
I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish, hair's red, dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out. Sure.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
I don't think.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are. Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Kim, am I boring?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
I like standards.
Of course you do. Maybe some regulations and a usual pistol to go with them. It's official. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait. Will this be my capo type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Why not? Send out the telefax then. I'm not ashamed.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Oh my goodness. Just a regular law official. I think I have 2 skill points. Yes, I have 2. I'm feeling pretty good right now, actually. You know? Feeling pretty good about where I put my points. The perception's not really proved to be amazing, but rhetoric, logic, those have carried me. If I just had whatever the one I needed to initially go into things, that was the one. Alright, so I'm going to burn some time. There's one more thing that I want to do, and I want to see if Everard Clare is still in his office at nighttime.
Yes?
Need you to go to sleep, dog. Get some sleep, though. You gotta do a playthrough where you're a druggy disco cop and mess everything up. Seems like it would be very easy to do. There's so many options where you can just screw everything up and say all the wrong things and piss everybody off. I would imagine there's multiple endings in this game, so That one seems like the most spectacularly awful of the endings. Alright, so what is it? 4 hours? So, oh, it's only 8 o'clock? 8:30? Oh, wow, it is. Yeah, we need to wait 30 more minutes. Okay. So yeah, I bet you... Well, she might not be, but it's possible she's a spooker. Yeah.
The greatest innocence.
Oops.
It's just a racist.
See? Me picking up that mug, that actually, you know, did something.
The greatest innocence. Browsing through your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready?
I'm not falling for your trickery again.
Probably for the best. It wasn't looking. Browsing through your educational survey is done. Probably for the...
Alright, 15 minutes. Perfecto. They even have these loading screen tip things that talk about you know what? We're gonna go ahead and do this. Loading screen tip thing that talks about whatchamacallit. Like, don't be afraid to do the weird options and stuff.
Over there, in the... Not just any lit. A phrase almost...
Take a closer look.
Ah, great.
The lieutenant sighs.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Back the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
All goats.
Indeed. Think of them as bulls.
See if Ruby's name is on it.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced bulls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer.
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man. But you seem to be having fun.
Pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Let's do it.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through.
Oh, I was about to say, there's no way I'm going to get this. I don't have the skills.
Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. An ampoule? The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Reaction speed. I need double 6s. It's a red check. I'm not going to put any points into reaction speed. Yeah, sure, we're never going to come back here.
How, if you can't even see it?
Dang, that was close.
The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. There goes nothing, finger boy.
Right. Ruby's name. Sometimes in those like old school arcade games, they have a leaderboard where you can put your initials and things like that. And I was hoping we would see like RBY or something like that. Some time really passed. Really got into the groove of that pinball. Might be a good way to pass more time, actually. Alright, time to go sleep. You in the morning. Wait a few seconds here. I forgot, I need to go to the bathroom. Okay. It's only 9 o'clock. He's probably still there. Probably have to wait until like 23. But we'll see what we can do here. You give one recommendation. It's only about a side thing. Sure. Not too protective about this playthrough. You have not already. Try to do karaoke at some point. There are some preconditions. I've been avoiding the karaoke on purpose because a lot of the issues like when I spoke to Sylvie, she basically said that my karaoke destroyed the world in a sense, and I was like, oh, that sounds horrible, you know. I really screwed all this up, and so I just chose not to do it. You can tell me what happens, you know. Ah. Look, something was forgotten on the coffee table. Oh. Dang it. Dang it. Thought I had it. Great idea. Don't see anything on the coffee table. This darn icon, man. So when I was here, while Homeboy Slice was here, his desk would light up with a loot icon. And then he would light up kind of separately in a way, like to talk. And so I thought I could loot something from his desk, like the missing gun. Because he definitely knows something about the gun. Fortunately, seems I was wrong.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Alright, there's one more thing that I need to do, and I need to get into that scientist's room. And I need to do that while Kim is not around. It's an artsy performance, depending on whether you succeed. You quite liked it. The world did not end. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, there's that weird things when I need to mark. I'd like to wait until the next day to mark. Could take a while though. I am a little concerned because of once we get in there, there's probably going to be minutes of dialogue, but what I'll probably do is do like a safety mark right here at this loading screen. Okay. One of these is correct.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Seems I have already tried this. Interfacing. Can only put 1 point in there. Sure. Don't screw this up.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
A bullet.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Aminard lives in this room.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than the closet.
Okay. Maybe I need to come back here with Homeboy Slice. There is a locked door up here. There's two locked doors, actually. There's one up here. Don't those kids go to sleep? Alright. Where'd the bullet go? Picked up a bullet, didn't I? Oh, that how I get into his room? That might be how I get into his room. Alright, but for real though, where's the bullet? Is a hat? Boy. Well, I can't redo this, right?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. A door.
Oh, I did put a point in interfacing.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it,
Show me the money.
your face. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Sucker-foo, sucker-foo. Alright, Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned it. It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
Spinning an eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
Rain, the snow, I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images. You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes. Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man? Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Build a pillow against my cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
We will mark there.